There are thousands of parents all over the U.S. of all races who have been speaking out against CRT, and rightfully so. These are my babies, not yours. If you are embarrassed or ashamed of your skin color, that's your issue, not mine nor my children.
Man, you know what fucking sucks is that, like, that's, like, real. Like, she's, like, legitimately afraid. You know, my first instinct is to call these people names or whatever, like, but it's like, they've been victimized. There's no doubt about that. It's not like just people deciding, I don't know. It just kind of sucks that, like, this is where we are with critical race theory being what it is, and what people think it is and what people think it means is, like, causing them literal distress.
This is a school board meeting in a suburb of Philadelphia, where a small group of very vocal parents are speaking out against critical race theory, or CRT.
We do not want our children to be taught that America is systemically racist.
600.
Okay, special segment over. That sums it up. It's objectively true, my guy.
1,000 people died in the Civil War to end racism and slavery.
Dude, they died in the Civil War. A war had to be fought. God damn it.
Write factual history or indoctrinate. Just present the facts.
They have no idea what critical race theory is. They have no fucking idea what it is. It's not even being taught to children.
In the wake of protests of the murder of George Floyd, Republican politicians have been hyping critical race theory as a threat to the impressionable minds of America's children.
Critical race theory says every white person is a racist. Critical race theory says America is fundamentally racist and irredeemably racist.
In more than 12 states, legislators have proposed bills to ban CRT. We wanted to meet the actual people working with actual kids in actual schools.
Wait, is this the reporter from Vice?
Ridgway, who teaches high school African American history and discusses CRT in her anthropology class.
Can I just start with very simple, what is critical race theory?
Yes. Critical race theory is not being taught in schools. It is a theory, it is a lens by which to view history and the way that law and race kind of overlaps and connects in society. Can it influence the way that some teachers teach? Yeah, but that's a good thing, right? Because race and racism is literally the building blocks of this country. So how can you not talk about it?
Critical race theory is an academic framework that says racial inequality is perpetuated by the racism embedded in America's laws, not by individual bigotry. But relentless propaganda from some conservatives
that's an overload.
Panic that white people, and especially white children, are under attack.
Critical race theory is basically teaching people to hate our country.
Schools are embracing
Ron DeSantis with the nuclear takes as always. My man's like, it's basically just terrorism. What the fuck, man? Yeah, it's teaching kids they hate the country. Certainly, man. I mean, if telling the truth about something makes somebody hate it, I don't know, buddy. I don't know. Probably says more about you being intimidated than it does about the actual thing being taught.
Ideology and forcing white students and white teachers to be ashamed of their own skin color.
It's not critical race theory. It's racism.
These are systemic things. Ignoring it perpetuates the problem. By acknowledging it, we can find solutions and we can address the problems and the inequality that exists in our country. And so I think teaching it this way actually does the opposite of what these people say it does.
Are you teaching children to hate America?
No, I'm teaching children to question America. And that's what makes a good patriot.
I love that. Are you teaching children to... No, America is teaching children to hate America. Because here's the other side of this. These kids are going to grow up. Fucking sucks for the parents of them right now. But the kids are going to grow up and they're going to be able to understand this. And they're going to look back and see who their parents... what side their parents were on. And it's going to suck for them. For the kids and for the parents. Like, that's one of the things about this that... every time somebody wants to talk about, but the children... They really seem like they don't understand that the kid's also a person and has a whole fucking brain that is in many cases way more even active and way more able to store things than the adults who are talking in the room. And they're going to form opinions about this kind of stuff, and it's not going to work out in the parents' favor most of the time. That the ones that are on like the wrong side of any given debate or discourse over like children. Like, kids are going to grow up, and like most of them are going to understand. They're going to be able to. They're going to see Trump and masks and COVID and everything through the lens of history as an adult who was a child then. You know, does that make sense? Like, when you think about things that you went through when you were a kid, and think about the opinions that you formed, and think about why you formed those opinions due to like other people around you, especially like adults. That's going to happen with these kids. There's going to be a whole big, even bigger generational disconnect when Gen Z like is the main generation of like adults. You know what I mean?
Our kids, a particular worldview, taking a white brush and painting this country as structurally racist, it's insane.
Well, it's insane though.
No, it isn't.
It's a lie.
Last year, Alana
no.
Fishbein says she received an email from her kid's school that students would be learning more about the role of race in American society. She thought the materials were racist, so she pulled her kids out of public school. Then she created an advocacy group, No Left Turn in Education, to draw attention to her claims.
No left turn. So no matter what path we're on, no left turn, huh? Interesting how you just come right out and say it.
That CRT is poisoning young minds.
This isn't distant history. In the 90s, the crime bill gave much more severe sentencing to crack cocaine versus powder cocaine simply because Black people were
She's going to mention Biden.
Crack cocaine and white people.
Ask Joe Biden.
What'd she say? Ask Joe Biden. I fucking called it. I knew it, dude. Yeah, ask Joe Biden.
Why he did that.
I think that's a great question. Wait, but this Joe Biden, I think, is a perfect illustration, right? Joe Biden.
Fucking thank you, dude. Exactly. People on this side of the issue, because they're always right wingers. What about Joe Biden? Blah, 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 blah. Exactly, motherfucker. They always talk about he was in office for 30 years and how he's actually racist, but America's not racist. Blah, 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 blah. It doesn't work that way, dog. That's the point. That's the fucking point. Is that Joe Biden was an architect of some of these systemically racist fucking policies, dude. What the fuck are they even talking about? How do they not see that literally proves the point that critical race theory suggests? You know what I mean?
And would present himself as a nice guy who would never have a racist bone in his body, yet he participated in creating these laws that have a structural effect of affecting Black people more than white people.
But we don't have them now.
People affected by that law are still alive.
It was the 90s.
We're talking about something entirely different now. This is my taxpayers' money. I don't want it to go to indoctrinate kids that then are going to hate my kids because of the color of their skin and attack them because of the color of the skin. What happened in the summer, it twisted the minds of all kids.
Yes, true. Yeah. Because that's all it takes.
My kids can be attacked by Antifa kids or BLM kids.
By Antifa kids or BLM kids? Fucking Antifa Tot Division. Report for duty. You have a mission. Come down from the fucking treehouse and wash your hands. We got chicken nuggets to eat. What the fuck are you talking about, Antifa kids? That's the best shit ever.
Kids that are not Black. They are white like my kids. But they are believing, they were indoctrinated. And they internalized this philosophy.
Were your children beat up by Antifa kids?
The fact that she has to ask this question and it's like perfectly in context and like a serious check on what the other woman is talking about. Oh my God. Depressing is a word that comes to mind. Yeah, the signing bonus for Antifa Tot Division is like, I don't know, what are kids into today? Fidget spinners? Fidget spinners, chicken nuggets, chocolate milk? For Antifa Tot Battalion?
I beg your pardon?
Were your children beat up by Antifa kids?
I'm talking, it's gonna happen if we're not gonna stop it.
Dude, I fucking love this idea that like these people know everything and they can see the future. You know what I'm saying? Like, they talk about critical race theory being an indoctrination or whatever, but it's like, you're paying so much attention now and you think you know everything from the first time you heard about this shit, like last year or whatever. But it's almost as if anybody could have seen this coming and did, in fact, hope that it would come, which is when anybody who has noticed the problems with this country in the first place. But they take one look at it and they go, well, I know exactly what's going to happen. You know who you can literally never trust? somebody who says they're 100% sure about hypothetical situations that they make up in their fucking heads. Don't ever listen to anything that person says. Ever, fucking ever, ever, never, ever. I've had people that were close to me do that shit. Oh, well, if I did this, you were just going to do that. Fuck off, man. Fuck off. You don't know everything. I don't know everything, but you don't know everything. My claim on what's going to happen in the future is I don't fucking know. I can posit suggestions, but to come at it with the confidence of women, of this people like this woman, like, you know what I mean? It's so just like how do you think that you know something in the future? How as an adult do you go, I know exactly what's going to happen? Like what? Like I don't know, man.
But we are going to stop it. We are the great majority of this country.
Woo! I don't think she means what it sounded like she meant there. I hope not. That dude has a fantastic, like, 80s uncle vibe.
Anti-CRT propaganda is drawing big crowds.
Of course I'm against critical race theory.
More than 100 people showed up at this diner near Baltimore, where local Republican groups held a panel on school.
Dude, it's literally the scene from Family Guy where Lois is like 9/11 and everybody claps.
School COVID shutdowns and CRT.
Erin Burnett is her name, the journalist.
Critical race theory is the idea that's taught to our nation's youth that the way that you're born
But it isn't.
contributes to the amount of success that you can achieve in this country. It basically states that white people are born with everything, and if you're not white, you're born with nothing.
Tell me you absolutely don't have any understanding about it without telling me.
Can you name any critical race theory scholars?
Probably not.
No, dude, because my entire breadth of knowledge comes directly from fucking social media. Because I'm a conservative, and we think that counts as research. Somebody repasted a blurry photo of some text that looks like a picture of a cell phone screen taken with another cell phone. Can you show me a more valid source for information? Everybody knows that's how the world gets their info, and that's the only way it should be. But also, everything you see on social media is indoctrinating you to be a leftist commie. You know what I'm saying? This shit doesn't add up, dog.
Can you name any critical race theory concepts?
I don't know what the concepts are. I think I summarized critical race theory as a whole pretty well.
This is like the boss, like white dude, like boss white dude energy. Like he's like she goes, okay, so that's your thought on it. So do you understand literally anything about it? He goes, no. But I mean, I'm pretty sure my opinion's right. I mean, it's my opinion after all. Nobody else exists. I'm the main character. I'm a white dude. Like imagine having this conversation with this journalist that he's having and not being like having an oh shit eureka moment where you're like, this is kind of exactly, dang, this is exactly what you're talking about, isn't it? The fact that I, as a white dude, feel so entitled to speak on these matters while literally admitting I have no fucking idea what I'm talking about. I think that we're not very good at shutting the fuck up. I mean, as evidenced by me being online right now.
To paint the country as a inherently racist country from its founding, I think is dangerous.
Why are they all like different Super Saiyan levels of white dude? Look at the haircut. It's like Super Saiyan white dude 1. Super Saiyan white dude level 2. He's got the same swoopy anime hair.
The Three-Fifths Compromise is...
But you also get a beard.
...into the Constitution in which slaves are counted as 3/5 of a person.
Of course, and that was applied at an earlier time. That is not the case now, obviously.
Well, you just mentioned the founding of the...
Yeah, he's like, this country was not founded on racism. And she's like, but, I mean, Constitution's pretty fucking racist. He's like, well, I mean, that was a long time ago. Good catch, buddy.
So.
Well, yeah, it wasn't perfectly written in the Constitution.
When did you first hear about critical race
Weird.
theory?
Sometime around last year.
Where'd you see it?
On Fox News. The idea that
Amazing.
you can succeed based on your race is ludicrous. This is not the 1960s anymore. Just because of your skin color does not mean that you cannot be successful here in America. Point blank, period.
I teach these books for my
anthropology. That's not what anybody's saying.
Are you teaching white kids to hate?
I would say they're less leveling up and they're more leveling horizontally. They're certainly not making any fucking progress in any direction. Their entire philosophy is just racism is when you talk about racism. Actual racism is fine. When you talk about it, you're actually the racist, actually. So it's like a horizontal mobility within the right wing.
Hate themselves for being white.
No.
Are you teaching black kids that there's nothing they can do to improve their situation
Absolutely
because
not.
there's racism and they can never fight it, so they should give up?
Absolutely not. I'm creating little free thinkers and future politicians and lawyers and teachers and change makers. Our
Hell
kids
yeah.
are smart. They know what's happening.
Thank you. Somebody who gives the children credit for the fact that they are not exactly they're not lawn ornaments, man. Like all their parents seem to think. Like when they're up there talking about that shit, and like that woman who was crying, she's kind of like ignoring the fact that what she's saying is that her children aren't capable of understanding something that would be absolute propaganda. And I mean, look, I get it. Kids are definitely susceptible to propaganda, and they're not like as intelligent, or they don't have the same wisdom as an adult and experience. But like, still, you know what I mean? These people do not give them nearly enough credit.
And I think we do them a disservice by continuing to pretend like critical race theory is the issue when it's really you just don't want kids to learn the truth. Because not only do they become critical thinkers, they also become voters. And that is what's scaring a lot of these people, because they know that as this generation gets older, a lot of these people that are making these laws will be voted out of office.
In boxing, we call it putting money in the bank.